Today we're going to be deciding the August Player of the Month for the top 5 European leagues. Now, before you say it, I know some of the leagues have only even played 2 games. However, someone in the comments said it'll be a good video idea, and I said, you know what? I like it. And as you know me, I like to read the comments, I interact with you guys, and I thought it's a good idea. If we do it for August, September, October, November, etc., then we can see at the end of the season maybe if anybody got multiple Player of the Months or whatever the case may be. So what I've done is I'm going to give you guys my 3 Premier League candidates and then my winner, my 3 La Liga candidates, the winner, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga, and you get the point. It's very straightforward. As per usual though, I am not the ultimate all-knower of football. So if you might have different opinions to me, by all means feel free, let me know yours in the comments. We'll start with the Premier League because I guess that's the one that obviously everyone is the most familiar with. And to be honest with you, I've got more than 3 names, so I'll give you a couple honorable mentions, if you will, right? I feel like Van Dijk maybe had a good shot to be on there, but obviously the Bournemouth game was a little bit cheeky, perhaps. I think Richarlison was off to a flyer, but then obviously, to be fair, Bournemouth seem to be killing everyone's Player of the Month charge because Richarlison was looking cold as well. Mark Gahey was close. Obviously, he scored that banger, but we go to our top 3, and in 3rd place, I do have a Liverpool player. His name is Hugo Ekitike. This guy, I can't say it enough. He's just nice to watch play football. And he's also getting you numbers as well, right? Obviously, I'm not going to count Community Shield. That doesn't count towards Premier League Player of the Month. But the Bournemouth game, you know, the goals, the assists. And then, again, you can argue that the first goal was like a, you know, rebound like Martial's one. Oh, yes, welcome to Manchester United, Anthony Martial. But nevertheless, listen, I think his all-around play in that game deserved a goal. And then again, the Newcastle in the next game after that, when all the talk is about Isak, the battle for custody of Isak, where's he going to go? Is he going to stay? Everyone's fighting and scrapping and beefing. Obviously, the subplot to that was Ekitike was Newcastle's first choice to partner Isak in their front 2. He said, nah. Hold this goal on your head top from, it was like minute 45 and like 20 seconds or something crazy, bro. Within the first couple minutes, he bagged and then he ran, he pointed to Liverpool fans and said, yeah, I'm one of you guys now. So, you know, big respect to Ekitike. In 2nd place, I have Joao Pedro. This is someone who, in the West Ham game, he was going crazy with the goals and the assists. Like lovely, delicate kind of crosses. Obviously, he's been getting his headers as well. We've seen that against Fulham. So he's getting his numbers up there whilst also being someone that's really fun to watch. And whilst I'm on Joao Pedro, I want to say something very quickly towards the Chelsea fans. Guys, you got to stop. You have to stop this behavior. Like, go do that whatever you want to do on TikTok. And for those who are unaware of what I'm talking about, let me explain to you. The Chelsea fans on this YouTube, for whatever reason, are the only fan base that believe that their opinion is above all and no one else's matters. I tell you guys all the time, I'm just one person with my opinions. You can disagree, you can give me yours. And you know, United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, all the fans, they're like, yeah, do you know what? Like, I don't really agree with what you're saying here, but I understand it, and here's my point. Chelsea fans, no, you hate Chelsea, I'm unsubscribing, I don't respect you anymore. Okay, don't. No problem, you don't have to subscribe. I would like people to subscribe, you know, I'm on the road to the 100k. But if you're someone that's going to lash out anytime someone doesn't think the exact same thing as you, then I'm sorry, you can't be helped, bro. Sorry that we don't all think that Chelsea has the best player in every single position, yet you finish 4th. Like, it's not my fault. But again, that is my last thing on the Chelsea thing. I respect Joao Pedro. I think he's a great baller, and I hope the Chelsea fans that are watching this can understand where I'm coming from. Otherwise, I can't. I have to put like a ban on speaking about you guys, man. Because when I come to YouTube, I want to have normal conversations. I don't want all this like, you're giving me a headache, some of you, man. I can't lie. You're giving me a headache. But in 1st place, another player who wears blue, it is Jack Grealish. The resurgence, well, it's being televised and it's a serious one. He's got 2 assists in 2 different games. He's got Everton looking like, again, them kind of scary, you know, late 2000s, early 2010s Everton. It's him and DI, all of them linking up. I'm liking it. It goes to show that, hey, systems are really important, right? Because at City, everyone kind of unanimously agreed this guy's kind of washed now. He's a bit rubbed, but he's gone to Everton, new lease of life, and hopefully for his sake, and I guess for England as well, it can continue. So that's my Premier League top 3. Again, let me know if you agree, disagree, whatever the case may be. We're going to go to La Liga. And again, I have 3 names here, but but I'm going to give one honourable mention. This is for the guy who keeps on shouting, day 14 of asking my man to learn about Osasuna. I got you. Honourable mention, Flavien Boyomo in defence, huh? So now you can finally put it to rest, bro. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm telling you, I read the comments. But my actual top 3, in third place, I'm going to go with Juan Garcia. I think I've spoken about this guy more than enough times now. Funnily enough, he only actually has 1 clean sheet. But in the other 2 games where Barca won 3-2 and then there was the 1-1 draw, if not for him, it could have been looking dark, is what I'll say. Maybe they do not have the points that they have right now. They maybe would have lost a game or 2. So, big respect to him. I'll keep on saying it until people finally say, you know what, okay, Fairs, you are right. It's one of them ones where, because everyone is shouting at me for saying that he's a top 3 keeper in the world, I'm going to keep on saying it every time he proves it. Until guys are like, okay, fair enough, I get it now. So, don't worry, we'll be there. In second place, we have Nicola Pepe. Can't believe he's back, but he's back, and he again has been a joy to watch. But not only that, because obviously we all know about Pepe in the Premier League. The main criticism was that, yeah, you can do your nice dribbles and you can dribble past Van Dijk or whatever, but where are the tangible stats? Where's the numbers? Well, so far, Villarreal, thanks to him, and of course the whole team, don't get me wrong, but thanks to him, have got 7 points, and he's contributed a goal or assist in every game. So as well as the aesthetics, the eye test, he's passing that. But you know what it is? Okay, put it this way so that I can help out the guys that, you know, are properly in tune with football. The way he's moving right now, I'll be honest, you know what it reminds me of? When Julinho arrived at Fiorentina and won the Serie A 1955-56 season, for those of us who remember. And then even they were runners-up in the Champions League or European Cup the following season. Nicola Pepe is moving like that right now, and it's a joy to behold. But I think it's a unanimous first place for Kylian Mbappe. This guy, I said it before, I'll say it again, when everyone's on form, this is the best player in the world. This is the person that should be winning the Ballon d'Or. If we had like a Ballon d'Or power rankings right now so far, I think he'd be number 1. Obviously, again, yeah, they'll talk about like Osasuna, the penalty, blah, blah, blah. He bagged a couple against Oviedo, but I'd argue, it's a bold one, but you could say that the one where he got 0 goals against Mallorca might even have been his best game, where he had 2 goals disallowed, one of them because he got a haircut or whatever. He didn't get his haircut that day, so his skin fade was a little bit offside. He had like a level 2 or something, he would have been onside. In general, I think he's looked lethal. Like, he's clinical, he's pressing, he's working hard. I think it's clicked for him, that PSG Champions League win, that like, yo, no more excuses for me now. I'm at Madrid, I have to deliver. It's not about just getting the European Golden Boot or whatever. I must also bring the trophy. So that's my La Liga pick. On to Serie A. This one, there's 3 names that I think were, in my opinion, again, you may disagree, clear favourites. To be fair, Thuram's done nice as well, actually. Like, much better than the end of last season. But my 3 names. In third, I've got Nico Paz. I think the game against Lazio, where he gets a goal, he gets an assist, he kind of carried on where he left off from last season, if you will, where he just been balling out for Como. And, you know, again, to be fair, second game they didn't do too well, but with Serie A, it's kind of, they just started, I think they've only played 2 games, right? So it's a lot harder to give like a player of the month. If you got like one cold game, you're going to get in there, which is the same content, I suppose, for Yildiz, right? Again, goals, assists, whatever you need from him. He was looking silky, particularly, well, against Parma is the one where everyone's going to talk about, and then David gets his goal and whatnot. But let's be honest, it's the Kenan Yildiz show. You might open, you know, the Excel spreadsheet, and then it says, oh, this guy's man of the match, this guy's that. Me, I don't need all that, man. All I'm interested in is a player that's... What was that? Oh, you know what time it is. When you hear that MSN, that's, I'm trying to get your nostalgia. Subscriptions. We've hit the 38k, road to 39k, then road to 40, and then, of course, the big one on the 100. So, again, you know what to do, man. Keep the subscriptions coming. The more you subscribe, the more I'll keep on doing the daily videos, of course.
Tic-tac. Tic-tac. Tic-tac.
We got more sounds on the soundboard. We can sit here and wait. We can do tic-tac, and I'll wait to make sure you've liked the video as well. Now, we can continue. Like I said, in third, Nico Paz. Second, Kenan Yildiz. And in first place, Bastoni. I think obviously the Torino game where they started off like a house on fire, bro. 5-0 win. This guy's picking up goals and assists in that game. Obviously his passing's always been cold. 1v1, he's getting better as well. And again, look, the second game against Udinese was a massive disappointment, but I don't think it's necessarily his fault per se. I think the midfielders kind of got overran there by Udinese, so I'm not going to blame him for that one. And again, when you played 2 games, 1 game is all you need to get in my player of the month for that league. So that's Serie A. Over to, we'll go Bundesliga, I guess. And I think this one, the top 3 kind of speaks for itself. It's a matter of what order you want to have them in. In third place, I've gone with Guirassy. I think, obviously, again, 2 games, 3 goals for Dortmund. He's still bagging and bagging and bagging, even if the team is letting him down at times. That 3-3 draw, I can't really blame him for that. Now, that being said, he does miss a couple chances. Let me not lie to you. I'm not going to act like he, 100% shot accuracy, clinical, deadly, whatever. He'll miss a couple chances. But if a man's bagging you 2-3 goals a game, like, you can't really blame him for what's happening, defensively conceding 3 goals, if that makes sense. Now, the top 2 is where I can hear debates, and it's about if you want the stats or if you just want to watch the game and also have the stats. So, in second place, I've gone with Harry Kane. Obviously, again, he scored a hat-trick in the opening game against Leipzig. So, yeah, I can definitely hear it if you got him number 1. Just for me personally, he got the 2 assists for Augsburg as well. But my number 1 I've gone with this time is Michael Olise. Again, not as many goals or assists as Kane, so far. He got 2 goals via Leipzig, and then he contributed as well via Augsburg. And again, we are not numbers merchants. Otherwise, we'll just make this video who got the most goals and just read out Wikipedia or read out whatever app just shows who scored the most goals and assists. I feel as though Olise maybe was more impactful, and I think he kind of was running the show at times, which is something that we've always known he can do. But again, my caveat as always with Olise, show me that when the lights are shining the brightest. That's all I ask for. But for now, I think August Player of the Month, I think he's got that. Ligue 1, number 1 is completely wrapped up, so it's not even a spoiler. But I'll do 2 and 3, because to be fair, we've got a couple new-ish names, if you're alright. Because in third, we've got Akliouche. We mentioned him in our Team of the Week. Was it last week? I believe it was. The goal and then the assist, again, to win last minute against Strasbourg 3-2. Big ups to him. He got a goal against Le Havre as well, which I'm not going to gas it up too much, because again, Le Havre, that's level with like a Clermont Foot or something. So let's not gas it. Bro, why are the aeroplanes flying over my head right now, by the way? Like, it's putting me off what I want to say. The aeroplane is flying right over my head. I'm trying to speak about Akliouche, but saying that anyway. We go then into second place. I have for you guys another new name. Well, to me it was a new name anyway this season. I had not known who he was prior to, I guess, 2 weeks ago, I suppose. It is Ilan Kebal. He's picking up goals. He's picking up assists for a Paris team that most people were pretty unfamiliar with, right? Like, this is not PSG. This is just Paris FC. And he's doing his thing. They're not winning every game, sure. But I feel like the couple goals against Metz is enough to get him in my, player them up conversation. And listen, to be fair, again, against a big team like Marseille, you get a goal, you get an assist. I think that warrants being in my player of the month nominees, podium if you will. But number 1 has to be the hat-trick man. João Neves. What is a polar bear doing in Texas? Why am I seeing my man scoring 2 overhead kicks and then a 25-yard banger to win 6-3? And of course, they won their first game 1-0 clean sheet as well, so you can technically give him that in terms of defensively. He got a clean sheet there. In the second game, he was like, yeah, do you know what? Let me just come start bagging goals. But yeah, that is going to be my Ligue 1 player of the month nominees. So that's all 3 for all of them. What I'm thinking to do is, not for August, I still think it's a little bit too soon to do this. I think from September onwards, in terms of like the end of September, I'll have like my top 10 Ballon d'Or rankings, and we'll do it like, boom, October 1st, November 1st, December 1st, January 1st, etc, etc. So let me know if you want to see that. I'm also contemplating today, it's not 100%, I'm contemplating doing a TikTok live today, maybe, where I invite you, man, on, because many of you say you want to have a conversation or whatever. So I'll invite guys on stage to give their takes, and the people in the chat, they can decide if you've had a stinker, if you want to get booted off, if they want to throw tomatoes at you, or if they'll let you land. So follow on TikTok. I might do that one today if I get time. And of course, as usual, man, keep the algorithm booming. The more you man like it and share it and comment, the more that it spreads to the rest of YouTube, and we can finally make our way up there towards the 40k and then the 100k by the end of the season. So have a great rest of your weekend and a great, next week. Tomorrow I've got an interesting video for you guys. I think it's something new, something different, but you might like it. In a bit. Bosh.